Hello everyone, I'm Geek Freak and welcome to the video. We have a lot to talk about today. And today's thing we're going to be talking about today is Bleach. And there are some obvious reasons as to why I'm making this video, and that is the new chapter that came out, and it's all about the L arc. And I've seen loads of people review about this new arc, about Bleach. And you know what? When that chapter came out, I was absolutely happy. The fact that Bleach came back just left me absolutely gobsmacked. And I was just so happy to see Bleach again. But I'm not just going to be talking about the newest chapter of Bleach, but I'm also going to be talking about all sorts of things. The Bleach anime coming back, Ichigo's son, the Bleach novels, and yes, the new chapter of Bleach, which revolves around Hell. And I have a lot to say about all of this. And so let's cut to it. And the first thing I want to go and talk about is the thing I hated the most, the ending to the Quincy War. And my god, I absolutely hated this ending to the manga. And I know everybody who's a fan of Bleach hated the ending of the manga. To those of you who don't know, Kubo was forced to finish the manga of Bleach in 5 chapters by Shueisha. And I was not pleased at all whatsoever. In fact, the entire Bleach fan base was really angry because the manga ended and something about Ichigo and Horihime hooking up. But you know what, I didn't mind that. I was just angry on how the manga was forced to end thanks to Shueisha. There was so many unanswered questions, like what happened to Grimjaw, what happened to Nell, what happened to all the other captains, what happened to Aizen. Well, yeah, we know what happened to Aizen at the end of the manga, but there was just so many things that we never got to see within the manga of Bleach. Like, was there ever going to be a round 2 of Grimjaw vs Ichigo? Or what about Aizen's backstory, and Yuriichi's holy armor, and so on and so on. It has been a very, very long time since I've read Bleach, and the reason why I didn't bother to go back and read Bleach is because I was really angry as to what Shueisha did to Bleach. I was so angry that I didn't even bother go and watch or read Kubo's other work, Burn the Witch. Like I said, it's been a very, very long time, and there was just so many things that we never got to see, we never got answers to questions. I tell you man, I was really, really angry at Shueisha of what they did to Kubo and Bleach. There was just so many things unresolved in the manga, and things that I wanted to see. But the worst thing, the absolute worst thing, is that goddamn stupid arrow that was introduced in the last 5 chapters of the manga of Bleach that was meant to defeat Yhwach. And you know what, we all know that this was an arse pull. We know that this wasn't the original way that Kubo wanted Ichigo to defeat Yhwach. Again, it was a arse pull. We never got to see Ichigo's full power, we never got to see Yhwach's full power, and not only that, it was stated that Yhwach could see the future, and not only that, multiple futures. And you're telling me that Yhwach didn't see this arrow come in and makes him lose his power, and then Ichigo slashes him. And even though Yhwach has the ability to see multiple futures, we are told by Yhwach that he saw something in a dream that Ichigo would defeat him with an arrow or something. And that was Kubo's way of trying to arse pull a victory for Ichigo. Again, we all knew that this was an arse pull, and for Yhwach to say, oh, I saw it in a dream, was just absolutely ridiculous. Again, there was no ultimate battle between Ichigo and Yhwach, or Ichigo showing his absolute full power. I mean, come on. I hate this ending. I've always hated this ending. And this ending was all thanks to Shueisha. I swear man, I'm telling you man, I tell you. Creators aren't even in control of their own work anymore. Not being allowed to stop or continue their work. I mean, Kubo should have gone his own way and carried on the Bleach series and have his work crowdfunded. So yeah, you guys can clearly hear that I'm not happy for what they did to the Bleach manga. I don't blame Kubo, I blame Shueisha. But you know what, I would have forgiven Shueisha if they said, okay listen, we're going to scrap these last 5 chapters and we want you to continue the manga as to what you wanted to put in. If Shueisha told Kubo to do that, then I would have been happy. Now listen, don't get me wrong, I know all about the new Bleach chapter that's going to be revolving around Hell. But come on, Yhwach was an all-seeing, powerful god that was destroying the Soul Society, Waco Mundo, and Earth. You Watch was an all-powerful, freaking, absolutely mad powerful god. And for Ichigo to win because of that goddamn arrow, and for You Watch to not see that coming even though he's got the ability to see the future was, it just made me really angry. I mean, come on, where was that arrow when we needed it in the beginning of the war arc? But again, big massive ass pull. There was loads of things that we didn't get to see, and we never got to see that ultimate showdown between You Watch and Ichigo. And like I said, it's been a very long time since I've seen Bleach, or read the manga. You guys know who Clyde is, right? One of the top Bleach YouTubers. I'm still waiting for him to make that video as to what we never got to see in the Bleach manga and unanswered questions, and amongst other things. I'm still waiting for him to make a video about that. And even though I'm still seething with anger after what Shueisha did, I was really happy when a new Bleach chapter was brought out. And I'm not gonna lie, I was absolutely happy, really happy that Bleach has returned. And the fact that the next villain is going to come from hell, I'm just really excited about this next chapter, or this next saga of Bleach. There was just so many twists and turns and surprises in this chapter. If you guys haven't read the last chapter, I highly recommend you go and check it out, because I'm going to give spoilers. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. In this new chapter, we are told that captains and Arroncars are sent to hell because they're way too powerful. And when I heard this, I was like, holy crap, that means that, you know, other characters from the past, like Stark or Yami or Yukiura. And not only that, it was stated that captains were also sent to hell. So yeah, there is a chance that we get to see all these characters that we've seen in the past could actually come back. I'm telling you guys now, I was freaking beaming with happiness when I saw this chapter. And you know what? I'm ready and willing to give Bleach another chance if the manga of Bleach is going to continue, as long as they can explain a few things of what happened in the last arc. You know, like what happened to Grimjaw, what happened to Nell, what happened to the other captains and all these lieutenants, and amongst other things. And I hope they explain as to why You Watch didn't see that stupid arrow that was there to kill him or take away his power. As long as they can explain all these questions to answers that we never got as to what happened in the last arc, then I'll be happy. But saying that, I'm really looking forward to seeing of what hell is going to bring to the Bleach series. Because if you guys can remember, You Watch was only breaking down Earth, the Soul Society and Waco Mundo, but he never touched hell. So why was that? Why didn't You Watch ever touch hell? So maybe this new arc of Bleach might give us an answer to this question. Why didn't You Watch touch hell? And also, it's been stated that You Watch and Aizen was unintentionally stopping hell from wreaking havoc in the Soul Society and the human world. So hopefully we'll be able to see Aizen again, because he's still sealed away in the Soul Society somewhere, and that is something that I'm going to look forward to, alongside seeing other Arroncars as well. I just hope Grimjo's still alive, and Nell. So yeah, this new chapter has got me rolled up, but there's one thing that is bothering me, and that is Ichigo's son. I am praying, and I mean I really am praying, Ichigo's son won't be like Boruto, that he will be the next Boruto. Now here's the thing, I don't like Boruto. I've seen a few clips there and there, and I've seen like 1 or 2 arcs, but I don't like it, simply because it's got more fillers than Bleach. And to be fair, Boruto feels more like a slice of life series than an action adventure fighting anime. And you know what, when I saw Ichigo's kid in this new chapter of the Bleach manga, I knew what was going to happen. They were going to make Ichigo's kid the main character, and I was praying that this wasn't the case, because I want this to be Ichigo's story, not his son's story. Now listen, in Dragon Ball Z, we had Gohan and the Z Warriors, and was kind of the next generation of fighters. At the very least, it wasn't all focused on him. There was a focus on everybody. But in Boruto, it's always Boruto, Boruto, Boruto. I mean, the point is, in some cases, it's okay to have like the sort of like next generation to replace the old guard. Just like when Gohan was supposed to replace Goku in the Cell games. But instead, they brought Goku back, and now Gohan is the side character again. But like I said, this is Goku's story. And it's the same with Ichigo. This is Ichigo's story. And if this is the case that Ichigo's kid will be replacing Ichigo himself, just like in Boruto replacing Naruto, then I don't want any of it. However, if it's going to be something like Dragon Ball Z, where everybody gets a time to shine, including Ichigo's kid, then I'm okay with that. the build-up of where Gohan came into his own was some really good character development. And it wasn't just all focused on him. But knowing this day and age, I'm going to expect that it's going to be a slice of life anime, and we see Ichigo's kid and Renji's kid go to school together, and the focus is going to revolve around them, and Ichigo and the other adults are going to be in the background and barely in the show. And you know what? I don't want that for Ichigo or Horihime or Rukia or anybody, because this show should revolve around them, not his kids. Unless there's going to be a Bleach Next Generation, then I'm okay with that. But this is Ichigo's story, and if they can have Goku, Piccolo, Tien, and all these other adults as main characters in Z, then why not have the adults continue on with their story? And you know what? I've always hated that. Why can't the main character be an adult instead of a kid? And yes, I know it's supposed to be directed to kids, so kids can have somebody relatable for them to follow, but come on, at the very least, let Ichigo finish his story. And speaking of stories, I've heard that the Bleach anime is going to be returning, and if this is the case, then it's going to have a few problems. Now, even though I will be looking forward to seeing the Bleach anime come back, again, we have to deal with a few things. And problem number one is, let's just say for example that the Bleach anime does come back, and we go from where the Bleach anime stopped, which was the Fullbring arc, or aka the Lost Substitute Shimigami arc, to all the way to the end of the 1000-Year Blood War arc. Now, this is where the problems start. Now, let's just say for example that the anime does come back and they animated the last 5 chapters of the manga. Now, we all know about the last 5 chapters because Shueisha told Kubo to finish the manga in 5 chapters. And that's kind of the problem. For Ichigo just to kill you watch, and then we cut to like 10 to 12 years later, Ichigo as a kid, and everybody's grown up. The last chapter of the Bleach manga in the 1000-Year Blood War arc as a huge time skip. And if you ask me, I think that part where Ichigo goes from killing you watch and it's like 12 to 10 years later would be awkward. So yeah, that's problem number 1, the awkwardness. And number 2, we know that the manga is going to be coming back. So does that mean we're going to go from the 1000-Year Blood War arc to the Hellverse arc? The thing is, there were so many unanswered questions, like what happened to Grimmjow, what happened to Nell, what about Yuichi's Oliyama, what about all the unanswered questions that we never got an answer to during the 1000-Year Blood War arc, what happened to certain characters. There were so many things that we didn't get to see in this arc. There was still so many questions that we needed answering in the 1000-Year Blood War arc, and other things like the 4 royal houses, or how did the Soul Society come into being, and other wars, and the question as to why Yuash didn't try to destroy Hell in the rematch with Grimmjow. And I'm sure that Grimmjow was going to have a second form within the 1000-Year Blood War arc. I'm sure that if Kubo wasn't disturbed by Shueisha, I'm sure we would have seen Grimmjow bring out a second form like Ukiura. There was so many things that we didn't see, there was missed opportunities within the war that we didn't see. So what exactly are they going to do? Are they just going to stick to the manga and not show any of those things that happened, but we never got to see within the manga itself? I mean, if they can do this, more power to them. I wanted to see more of what happened in the war arc. Filling in the unanswered questions, and what happened to other characters, and so on and so on. But you guys know what I'm trying to say. What about all the unanswered things that we never got to see in the war arc? Or again, are they just going to strictly stick to the manga? And number 3, and hopefully after the war arc, we're going to go straight to the L Universe arc, or the L arc. Again, it would be an awkward transition going from the war arc, going all the way to the L arc 10 years later. So what can we do to fix this transaction going from the 1000 Blood War arc to the L arc? Well, there's also the light novels. Now listen, I haven't read the novels, but I have read a few things from there and there. Like for example, do you guys remember Donkanoji? Well, apparently he has a relationship with an Oronko. And when I read that, I was like, really? Yeah, a few years ago I did read a few more things there and there, but this one thing with Donkanoji and this Oronko having a relationship with each other was, the one thing that stuck out to me. But saying that, in the light novels, there are things in the novels that takes place right after the defeat of Yuwatch, like Nell and Grimmjow retrieving Hallibel, and Aizen being re-imprisoned. and supposedly there's a war going on between the Aroncos and the Quincy's in Wickelmundo. So yeah, there are a few things within the novels that are interesting. And you know what? I don't see a reason why they don't use the novelizations of Bleach. There are loads of interesting things in there. I have seen a few animes that was taken from a novel, but not a manga. So if you ask me, I think that's a good idea. If and when the anime does come back, I think they should also use the novels for a continuation of the anime. I have been reading a little bit of the novels as I'm making this video, and yeah, they really do need to use the material from the novels for a continuation of the anime. But to be honest, I don't know how far they've gotten in the novels, because the novels have been going on for like years, since the Bleach manga has stopped. I mean, it could still be continuing, or the novelizations are stopped. Again, I don't know. But from what I've been reading, they should use this material. And apparently, the novels aren't canon to the main series of Bleach, from what I'm reading right here now. But the stories of the novelization of Bleach are good. So I don't see why they don't use the novelizations. So yeah, they should definitely do that. So yeah, I think I've basically done everything. My distaste for the last 5 chapters, the anime coming back, the novelizations, Ichigo's kid, and the new chapter of Bleach. So yeah, those are my thoughts on what I think about the series Bleach, and my thoughts on the new chapters and the last 5 chapters of the manga, and so on and so on. And now I'm going to say my last part. And I want to let you guys know something. I really do love the series Bleach. I love its style, I love the characters, the music's fantastic, the abilities and techniques are cool. Bleach has always been my favourite out of the big 3, which was One Piece and Naruto. For me, I just lost interest when it came to Naruto in the war arc, and I also took a break from watching One Piece. And listen, I'm not going to say that Bleach is perfect. I mean, what anime isn't? But for me, Bleach will always be the cooler anime out of the big 3. I love Bleach, and I really do hope that its return to the anime and the manga will be a huge success. So yeah, I'm done. So what do you guys think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Do you guys love or hate Bleach? What are you looking forward to in the new manga of Bleach? Please let me know in the comment section below, and let's get this discussion going. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching. And if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Don't forget to like, subscribe, put the bell on, share this video, and leave a comment in the comment sections below. And as for my social medias, I'm literally freaking everywhere! I'm on most video platforms, social medias, forums, and support sites. It's best to pause the video and see where I am. Literally all of this is down in the description box below. So if you want to go and check those out, please do. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out.